Hello. I don't often write like this, but I felt the need to do so. I hope this will be clear and leave you as perplexed as I am. It's now been 2 months since I started living with some family members, for reasons I won't explain explicitly. Not because it's something serious, but simply because it has absolutely nothing to do with what follows. All you need to know is that I spend most of my time indoors. Because I take online courses, the people I live with are also often at home due to remote work, but they regularly leave for work appointments, and we live in a fairly large apartment, a ground floor and two other floors. My days are quite similar. I attend my courses, then work out in the evening, go to bed, and repeat. I also take the opportunity to explore this new city that I had never really taken the time to visit before: Paris. I feel good, and I don't really mind being alone for a few hours every day. And besides, I'm not truly alone, as a lovely cat keeps me company during my studies. 3. When I'm alone in the apartment, there's much less daily noise, which allows me to hear the sounds from the neighbors upstairs. They don't make much noise, but often move what I think is a chair or a piece of furniture. It doesn't bother me. They're probably people working from home. There are also other sounds that seem normal for an apartment: someone walking and what I believe to be a dog, judging by the sound of claws. Typical apartment life, really. A whole month passed without anything unusual happening. The only thing I noticed is that, in reality, the only times I hear the neighbors upstairs is when I'm alone in the apartment. I thought it was just a coincidence and didn't feel uneasy about it. I also noticed there's a lot of noise in the apartment itself, but it's probably just the wooden floor creaking. It was the week after this peaceful month that left me feeling uneasy about the apartment. That week, something happened that made me think those noises might not be as normal as I initially thought. Let me explain. There's a small hallway with a motion sensor to turn on the light, so we can see when going to the bathroom at night. This hallway is visible from my bedroom door, allowing me to see the light turn on. So, I'm alone in the apartment. The cat curled up on my lap, and I hear some noises in the apartment. But these noises don't sound like the creaking of wood. I tell myself it's nothing and don't want to disturb the cat just because I'm feeling uneasy. A few minutes go by without any strange noises until I hear a faint sound, barely perceptible, followed by the hallway light turning on. Panicked, I stand up, startling the cat, and quickly grab a pen nearby. I hesitantly head toward the hallway and find nothing. No one is there. Feeling a bit stressed, I decide to stop working and go for a walk to calm myself. When I return, there's nothing unusual, just the usual noises from the neighbors upstairs. Aside from the upstairs noises, nothing unsettling happened for about 2 weeks. Then I learned that the people I live with would be leaving for 2 days and one night to visit friends. Not feeling entirely comfortable with the idea of being alone in the apartment for that long, I tried to reassure myself, thinking I wouldn't be alone for too long since I was supposed to leave early the next morning for the whole day. A few hours after they left, things got terrifying for me. Nothing dangerous, but everything to stress me out and make me feel uneasy. The noises started again and intensified. Dull thuds as if someone were banging on a wall, the sound of chairs being moved, footsteps, and the sound of claws coming from upstairs. But it didn't seem to be coming from the upstairs neighbors. It sounded like it was coming from a room on the second floor. Too scared to go and check, and feeling tired since it was late, I decided to go to bed, even though I was stressed. After all, I had to wake up early the next morning. I had a restless night, waking up every hour, and finally got up at 4:30 a.m. because I couldn't sleep anymore. I made myself breakfast, fed the cat, and went back to my room to finish preparing a few things. When I walked back into my room, I noticed my phone charger lying a few meters away from the power strip, which was turned off. I should note that it was on when I left my room, and that I couldn't have accidentally pulled the charger when I left because it was under the desk. My first thought was that it was the cat, but then I remembered he was with me the whole time. Frozen in place, I decided to leave earlier than planned. At 5 a.m. instead of 6:30, I grabbed my bag, coat, and shoes and rushed out of the apartment. As I left, I looked at the building for the first time attentively, only to realize that due to the way the building was constructed, it's impossible for there to be an apartment above ours. I'm writing this a week after experiencing and understanding all of